Cheap Show time!
It's the price of shite.
Cheap Show time!
Welcome to Cheap Show. Cool, blimey, it's a Cheap Show Cheap Shot, a mini little version of the podcast that goes out weekly on a Friday, and this is just a visual version to lure you in. I'm Paul, that's Eli, let's get into it. What are we doing this week on Le Pod?
Looking at my playing cards. I'm fascinated with playing cards.
Why is that, Mr. Silverman? Why is that, do you think?
I used to fancy myself becoming a card magician.
Really? What's
Yes.
your prestidigitation like?
What do you mean by prestidigitation?
How you use your fingers to manage
Not
the
great,
cards?
because I have small, stumpy hands.
I would call them trotters.
Little trotters.
Or hooves.
So, I'm not...
Horns, as they say
I'm not,
on
I haven't got
TVXX.
a physical...
Have you seen his horns? Have you seen that on when they say horns for hands on a Consolvania? Hey, you got the horns.
The horns.
The horns.
Anyway,
much better than this shit.
my hands aren't sort of... I'm genetically not... So I did find it hard to learn sleights.
I reckon that would have been galling. Because weren't you a card dealer at a casino?
I was a croupier.
Yeah.
But they did teach you to deal a game called Caribbean
Queen.
Hold'em, which was like a game. It was like a poker game.
Oh,
but
Hold'em.
they turned poker into like a table game, like blackjack, where they can rip off the punters. You know what I mean? You play against the dealer.
Oh, it's built out.
Because normal
of your
poker, you
favour.
play against everyone, all
Yeah.
the other players.
But you're playing against the dealer.
But this, they've made it. They've using the
Why Caribbean?
just because that was the theme. It was like a Caribbean, you know, it was
So there
like a
wasn't-
Pirates of the Caribbean
Oh,
sort
okay.
of
It
themed
was just a-
table game. But it was like, similar to Balatro, it's a game that uses the poker ranking and the poker hands
Yeah.
as the mechanic, but it isn't actually poker. Do you see what I mean?
So you've always, in the same way I like pins, you like cards and that collectible.
I have always
Yeah.
been fascinated with card games.
I can
It's
see
weird.
that though.
And I did. We got Balatro, which is one like a deck building computer game that caused a bit
Everyone's
of a...
been raving about it, and you finally got hold of it, didn't
It
you?
is almost immediately addictive. It's weird.
is.
I
I
just
can
felt
see
it. I felt it go like that. I just felt myself thinking, oh, I should...
Yeah, and then you were
like-
all in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But somewhat confusingly, for a poker player, it used all these terms from poker.
But they don't
Like
explain
blind,
what those terms are in
blind,
the game.
ante, things like this. But then they
That
don't...
gives you an advantage then, doesn't it?
No, because they mean something completely different in the context of Balatro than they do in the game of poker.
It's all too much for the likes of me. I'm a simple soul.
Anyway, so I like cards, and I'm going to show some from my collection of cards.
Do you like trick cards, like a magician set? Like
I have one or two.
like a Stromboli pack.
I have one or two.
Yeah.
I do have one that was sent by a Cheap Show listener that is like a twirl, I think it's called, especially for a country. It's got a really attractive sort of pattern,
yes.
back pattern.
I think we did it on the podcast many years
Yes.
ago. I've got one of those sets where it's like completely blank, and you snap them, and then they're all
Oh
full
yeah,
deck.
I don't
Yeah,
have
next
trick. I don't collect those. I like
I think
I
they'd
like
be quite
unusual sort of things that are done with the design. Like our first item today.
Do you remember your first pack of notes?
No. Well, I do, actually. There was this thing called the deck of cards, which was like in all the sort of gift shops in art museums.
We should do this really too, Cam.
Where they got
So you can
52
talk
different...
shit, and then
they
it
got
just cuts to me
52
doing
different
this.
fine artists. They got 52
Even though
different...
I don't give a fuck.
They got 52 different fine artists to all design one of each of the cards in the deck.
This is the two camera. This is what
I should have brought that along, because I've got 2 copies of that.
Well,
Let us
did
know
you?
if you're interested in seeing those, because those are interesting.
I'm not, so if you are...
But I like decks that have something different that is to do with the way that the cards are designed. I'll show you an example with my first one.
Here's your first design.
This is the pink Waddingtons. The pink edition Waddingtons.
Here's a question for you, right out the gate. When it comes to like the traditional style, like the Heinz brand of cards, it's not them, is it? It's that bicycle brand or something? What is it called?
Yes.
So this
I've got
is just
some of those coming up.
But Waddingtons are just as respected.
I've got 2 bicycle decks coming up.
Yeah, we'll get to them. But I just wanted to know, is Waddingtons a known brand for cards?
Very big. Very big in Britain.
But not used in tournaments and shit?
No.
No.
I don't believe they are, but they're like the sort of KP of playing cards.
If bicycle are Heinz, then these are more like daddies.
They're very much British, I think, Waddingtons.
Oh.
Anyway, this was the pink deck, which caught my eye because obviously most card decks have got the black suits, the red suits, you know, and other colours.
And then the reverse is
But
usually blue or red, isn't it?
For some kind of reason, these are all pink.
Still
Do you see? Look, they're all pink.
Oh, they're all pink.
You see what I mean?
What would be the point of that other than the gimmick?
That's it.
Oh, that's the gimmick.
It's the pink deck. So every single card, you can still see that
You
from
can
the
still
shape.
play a game.
Yeah,
but it'd be-
it's a work. This is what I mean. It's clever because it's a working.
Yeah.
There's something just off about it. I quite like that one.
You need to sit back a tiny bit.
I quite
There
like
you
that
go.
one.
There you go. Don't want to lose your lovely hair.
Now,
Hasn't he got lovely hair?
next up we have Jerry's Nugget.
Right, wait, no. Rate it. Out of 10, what would you rate this particular pack of cards?
I'll give it a 7. It's gimmicky, but a kind of interesting object to have.
I'm just doing this for the thumbnail. And then I never pick this for the thumbnail. I just think it's life. I would give it 10. I like them.
When we were in Disneyland in California,
Yes, a year or so ago.
a year or so ago, I picked up this deck. And simply because it caught my eye. This is a Jerry's Nugget deck. And I just like the design
Where'd you
and the
get that
colour.
from? The Disneyland Magic Shop
Yeah.
on Main Street. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
cool. I was just trying to...
It wasn't the magic shop. It was just like a... It was the magic shop, wasn't it?
think it was the magic
That's
shop.
where they had all their decks
Yeah.
of cards. This is probably the most I've ever spent on a deck of cards as well.
How much was that?
$20. $20.
And it is Disney.
And it's like you get the tax added when you take it up to the till because it's
yeah.
America, don't you?
Here's
So
the
it's
fucking
20
thing.
on the chain, and then I take it up, it's like 23.
So here's the thing with Disneyland. You see kids
When
with
you
those
pay
like
for it.
light up Winnie the Pooh things, and they have spinning lights, and they press a button and it all spins. And you go, how much is that? And you go in, and there's like it's $30.
Yeah, I know,
And then
it's
you go to
ridiculous.
like Poundland or B&M, and you find something not too dissimilar, like a plastic stick with a glowy thing
Yes,
and
but it
spinning lights,
isn't-
and it's like £4.
But that's why Disney can do it because they've got you
They
in their
fucking
park.
got you by the fucking nuts.
Anyway, so like I say, there was
Bastards.
two different designs of these.
They'll have my money.
There was like two different colourways with the same there, and I didn't know what on earth these were. And then I looked it up after I'd purchased a pack.
Yeah.
These come from Jerry's Nugget is a casino in Vegas.
Yeah.
North Las Vegas, it says on the top there.
So for a euphemism for piles,
What is?
I've got a couple of Jerry's Nuggets going on right now. I can't sit still. Oh, me Jerry's Nuggets. You know what I mean?
I need a
sitting on-
pun to add to that joke. Jerry Seinfeld, Minefield, Bumfield.
Well, in the end, the only way I could get rid of it is by putting a cat up there. So we could have Tom and Jerry's Nuggets going on it.
Shut up.
That's a good laugh out of you. I'm taking it as a win.
Just because it's
a
so
win.
terrible.
It's a win.
So I looked this up,
Yeah.
and it's not the most sort of famous or controversial casino. It's just this casino. It's
just,
it
it's
hails
known
from.
for
It's
it.
got that nice oil rig design, isn't
Yeah.
it? That's the oil
We've shown
rig.
the camera to them
Yeah,
properly.
it's the oil rig.
Oil rig. Go on. Yeah, cool.
And it's not a particularly notable spot, though.
Right.
What's notable are these cards. Because
Why?
these are a recreation of their sort of house cards. Because casinos always get their own cards made, right?
You have mentioned this before because didn't you say a magician bought them all up?
That's right.
Because they were very good for using for magic
For
tricks.
manipulation.
Yeah.
These got a reputation
Yeah.
as being the best for magic or cheating. You know,
Card
what they call
sharkery.
yeah,
Yeah.
mechanics are these people, these almost mythical characters who can
Yeah.
completely control
No, they,
the deck.
it's
You know,
an impressive skill.
card
to have.
manipulation.
It's like that guy who was on Penn and Teller's Fool Me or Fool Us, whatever it's called. He was a blind man,
Was a
but he could
mechanic,
do
yeah.
amazing card tricks. And he's blind.
And of course,
he's
there's.
blind, and he could do it.
I mean, a lot of it's down to feel. All of it.
It is. I imagine most of it based on him.
You know,
is down to
bottom
feel.
dealing and
Yeah.
stuff, all of that stuff, where you deal the card from the bottom, but it makes it look like that's one of the basic techniques. Of
So, effectively, what you're saying is they don't make these originally anymore.
These are the
These are a
nicest.
facsimile of the originals.
These are a facsimile, and
And does that mean
hang
these
on,
are?
I'm going on to that. As you said, the whole remaining stock of these original ones. Shut up. Just don't go beyond my pace. The whole original stock was bought by
Said
some
that to me last night, didn't you?
was bought up by one magician for a reputable like 40k or something in the 70s.
The whole original left stock.
So these go for, I think these go, the original ones, unopened, are like, can go
Why
up
have you
to,
got top trumps?
for up to $4,000.
That was in the Waddingtons pack.
That was in the Waddingtons, yeah.
See, that's
What's
where
that an advert for?
Just top trumps.
Terrible.
Because that's what you got right there, innit? pull out
Nice
the
one.
air.
Nice one, Paul.
Thank you.
Now, then I saw these. These are chicken nuggets. Look.
Chicken nuggets.
Chicken nugget.
Oh,
And
wait, where did you get them? This rings a bell.
these were bought for me because a friend of mine who works in the poker industry, actually, as a journalist, heard about these. These are chicken nugget. And these are exactly like the original Jerry's or these facsimile Jerry's Nugget ones. But these are made by, I believe, an artist who's from Taiwan. Because you see, it says, instead of North Las Vegas there, it says Taipei City,
Limited.
Taiwan. Or is Taipei in Japan? Taipei is... No, Taipei is Taiwan, of course.
So
Taiwan.
this is like an art thing.
Yeah, a Taiwanese artist
Who
has made these, but they're still beautiful, like the lovely
nice
cards.
quality. That's
Yeah.
like weave or whatever texture.
And what they've done is on the face cards,
Show
the
them,
queens,
because,
kings, and jacks. I'm
I
going
can see
to.
it, but they can't. Can
I'm
they?
going
It's a
to. I'm
visual
finding
medium.
it to show them it, Paul. For fuck's sake. Here, I found one. Right. Now I will show it, okay? Because I need to locate the card before I can show them.
You're too close to the camera.
Oh,
We get it.
whatever.
You just basically it makes you look bald because otherwise you can't see the top. Of your
I
head.
am bald. I am old.
You're not bald. You've got plenty of mane there.
I'm old.
Oh, I'm not,
It looks like
I'm
a
not arguing.
sticky wizard's beard downstairs. So, you can... Is that...
I don't know. Yes, it's in focus now. Yes,
You can
it is.
see that
Yes.
that Jack there is stuffing his face with
a chicken.
a piece of pizza.
Oh yeah,
That's a piece of
they're
pizza.
all doing different types of food, aren't they? In these.
There's another Jack. He's
there's
got
a
pizza.
calzone
The Queen has
donut.
a donut.
Oh, I like this one.
Queen has a donut there.
This Queen is having Coca-Colas.
So that's it. It's about overeating and sort of American-style fast food consumption.
There we go. That's a nice one.
So
All right.
it's cool little
I give that 10 as
development.
well. 10, 10, 10.
All three so far get 10.
All to get 10 for me.
So it's nice to have a recreation actual Jerry's Nugget and also one of these.
Yeah.
You know. So you mentioned the biggest company.
Bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle as Queen
And I believe
once sang.
they are like, what are they called? They're called the...
What?
They make Bumblebee as well.
What does that mean?
Yeah, they're called the United States Playing Card Company. So there's these two would-be rival brands of playing cards, Bumblebee and Bicycle.
I never
But
see
in fact-
Bumblebee.
no, you see them.
Do you?
Yeah.
Is this kind of like an American thing?
Yes.
Okay.
But in fact, they're the same company. It's if Coke or Pepsi was made by the same people.
Right. Oh, I see. They've invented their own competition.
Oh. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or did they buy their competition out and kept the brand?
I think that's probably that.
Sounds more like it.
Anyway, I'm not sure the story, but
These are the ones that are used mostly in competition.
they do sometimes, yeah, they have different brands doing different competitions.
right.
And like I say, casinos, if it's big enough, will make their own cards. Or if a big poker tournament, like the World Series of Poker, will have cards made specifically
But
for
then,
that tournament.
once they're used in a game, you can't use them again, so they sell them in a store, right?
Yes, but do you know what they do to them?
What?
They
them.
clip a whole hole out of them and will sell them in the store.
Why
so
do
that's
they clip the hole out of them?
so they can't then be introduced into a game in the casino because they're the casino branded cards.
Right, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so Bicycle,
Ding, ding.
I think they go back to 1885 and then they do lots of special decks. And this first one is an 1885 commemorative one. See, it says
As in based on a
1885.
design that was popular in 1885.
No, I don't think so. They've gone for a real...
So it's a
It's
faux
a-
retro.
Yeah, but look at that. It looks very steampunky, doesn't it?
And there's like bicycles on it as well.
It's nice. And they've gone for an old school sort of...
Oh yeah, Simple Pimple.
That's different, isn't it? It's a nice
And
design.
it's a blue
the
back.
king is nice.
So they're the face. Is that the face?
That's a face card,
And
yeah.
what's the back of the card called?
At the back, I don't know.
I thought it had a name.
The design on the back. Oh, look at that.
What's that? It's a USA building.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just a...
That's just a decorative card, and it shows, yeah, it's sort of retro futurist, sort of steampunk. Sort of,
Nice. I like it.
isn't it? Yeah. So that's a nice deck, and like you've got the really steampunky sort of
Steampunky. There we go.
cogs, golden cogs on the back design.
I like that. 10.
And then our last pack for the day.
Oh no, I've got one in my back.
Oh yeah,
haven't I?
apart from your one,
Secret bonus.
is another specialist bicycle one, Bourbon,
Why is it
808 proof.
What does that mean?
So this is, I don't know, it's
Like
just
808
Let's
states.
see what it says. There is an old Kentucky proverb that says,
Don't put your ding dong winky in a ding dong duck.
in a duck. is it
Ding
then?
dong ducky. Don't put your ding dong dinky in your ding dong ducky.
It's so funny because that's what it says here. Verbatim.
Don't put your ding dong dicky in a ding dong ducky. Oh, put that on a fucking t-shirt.
It's not a T-shirt. It's a deck of
No, I'm
cards.
saying put it on a t-shirt. What does it say?
Keep your. I can't top that now.
What's it say?
It says keep your friends close, and your bourbon closer.
Oh yeah. In case you want to get.
Now you can do both with the bourbon deck from Bicycle Playing Cards. So it's just like another special edition.
Just a bit of fun.
And the back on that has got.
I like the back of it though.
It's
I
got
like
a
the kind of
bottle.
all that kind of goldy look as well.
They are nice.
Yeah.
The design is nice.
There's something eloquently simple about cards, where
Yeah.
the form is what an image and a number, or a signifier.
It's a very simple object.
But yet there's so much variation.
There's
in the
so
quality
much
of the
design,
card
yeah.
and design
Yeah.
and thought.
Yes.
And yes,
So you
they're
think
joy.
that's, but they are a
What's
bit
that
of a.
card say on the top?
That's
I
your
just wanna read
bourbon
that.
card.
Yeah, Kentucky produces over 2 million barrels of bourbon every year.
Yeah.
Like the Kentucky delivery.
But
We built this deck to help your next card game go down as smooth
Well,
as
you
a
see,
bottle
that's
of your
it.
favourite bourbon.
I take issue there because I did buy these and I
gives a
play
fuck.
cards every Tuesday night in Walthamstow, and I
Wanna
play
give it a
open
specific
face.
address.
Open face Chinese poker is what we play.
Right.
Pineapple version. And I tried to introduce this deck, and we were just like, no.
Why?
Because it's not
Too
very
busy.
clear.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Too busy. Yeah, you're right. The design is too busy and
Too
not
effective.
familiar enough.
Show them, take the time. Yeah, you can.
Not familiar enough.
They're a little bit too busy and a bit fake.
Yeah.
Fake.
So they're hard to read quickly in the cut and thrust pool of a game
Of a game,
cards.
you just don't want to have to.
You don't want to have to
decipher
work at it.
No.
You want to see immediately.
10 out of 10 for that.
And that's why I like large face. If you see large face
Yes.
cards, which is very simplified,
For children.
there are people who are hard
of sight.
Hard of sighting.
Yes. So I thought I had nothing to give to
Which
this
is
week's
your
episode.
Oh yes, you did, but you have to say which are your favourite of mine first so far.
You know what? I actually like the chicken nugget ones the best.
Chicken
Just
nugget
because
ones.
of the artistry, the gimmick, the
We didn't
the
show.
detail.
Look, the Derrick
Oh yeah.
is a nugget on top.
It's not
The
a
chicken nugget one, and it's not just
sign.
the Jerry sign.
Yeah.
Jerry's neon. Okay.
I liked it just because I like the fun of it.
Yes.
So with me
I think it was trying to make a point about obesity and
Yeah.
stuff there.
and obesity.
And
So
no, I was talking about obesity. It's when the city comes out and goes,
fine, got it,
boom,
got it.
boom,
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 I'm a
boom,
big
boom.
city, you must do something.
Stop touching me.
You must obesity.
You obey. Shitty.
I obey shitty.
Let's move on. So, to end this, I thought I had nothing to add, and as it turns out, I do. So, if anyone I know goes to Disneyland, I always say, get me a Haunted Mansion thing, a pin badge, or whatever, right? And a friend of my partner's went to Disneyland a few years ago and brought back this. Do you want to stop doing that while I'm talking? It's really fucking rude.
Let's see your deck then.
No, until you stop doing that.
Show us your deck.
Put them down and I'll do it. Or do you want to play 50... Or do you want to play 210 card pickup?
Ha ha ha.
Right. So, a friend of my partner's went to Disneyland a few years
We've
ago
heard
and brought this back. And this is what it is.
Friend of my partner.
Rolling hours, jolling hours, to from jazz. Right. This is
Friend of my partner.
This is the Haunted Mansion playing card set. And it comes in this little coffin thing. And also, it glows in the dark. And look, it's even got a little quilted innards.
Oh, it's a little sarcophagus.
So I'll let you have a little look at them.
Those are lovely. The back is lovely there, isn't it?
It's embossed. There's an embossed nature to them. Show the camera.
Is this a trick deck?
No, it's just a Halloween, a Haunted Mansion themed. It's Halloween themed. That's it. It's Haunted Mansion themed cards. You know,
they're
beautifully
lovely.
put together.
Yeah.
And there's nice little images on the back of characters from the rides.
The kings and so forth are actual things from the actual.
So that's the stretching.
That's the stretching painting,
image,
yeah.
You know, so there's that, and then each card. I think the hearts and stuff have different messages on them.
But they're not trick because the
No, they're not
embossment
trick.
makes me think I could read like.
No, they're just nice cards. They're purely decorative more than.
That's a nice deck.
And they come in a little plastic box, but you know, look at that. Joker is the hitchhiking ghosts. Can I get that in focus? That will do. So it's nice. It's just, I mean, they're not super high quality when
Sorry,
you
I
feel
dropped
them.
the camera there.
Oh, look at that. There's the
I
jack.
jogged the camera. Don't get angry with me
Fine,
later.
I'll-
will, though.
I will.
You'll get angry with me.
Off camera,
so get
when I
angry
strike
now.
you. So it's just nice. It's just nice.
It is a nice deck.
Just nice deck. That's it.
Again, though, a bit too fussy if you really want to play with it.
This is what I'm saying. This is decorative.
Definitely a decorative.
And I
deck.
like how it glows in the dark, but I can't
Yeah,
really show that without
you
turning
can't
the
really
lights
show
off.
that.
But all this stuff does. Anyway, that's what I'm adding to this conversation. What was your favourite card? Comment below. That's what they say, isn't it?
And also, if you want me to bring in, I've got 2 copies.
Oh, we will. We will need you to do more of this because that's a content, isn't it? May as well just churn
of that
this shit
of
out.
the first deck I ever got into
Yes,
collecting,
do that.
which was called the Deck of Cards, which was an art project as well. But you really couldn't play with those because a lot of them you can't even tell what card it is. You have to sort of decipher
Right.
because it's so arty.
Yeah, and we don't want
We could
that
go
here.
through every single one.
We can. We've got plenty of time. I've got pin badges to go through. I actually did an evaluation. I can tell you the most expensive pin badges on that board. And some of it was genuinely fucking shocking when I saw the prices
Yeah,
of
which
them.
ones are they?
There's a Splash Mountain one.
I'll
from
go and get
94.
'em and I'll
Someone was
nick 'em.
sold it for $80.
I'll sell them. I'll nick them. I'll go and nick them.
You take take your hooves off them.
My what?
Horns off them. Take your horns off them. Ew, yucky da. Anyway, look, yes, we'll be back in the future with more of these. If you like what we do here, subscribe, ring the bell, all that kind of shit. But ultimately, also go to our website, thecheapshow.co.uk, for everything else. And new episodes of the podcast every Friday on the podcast app of your choice. Say goodbye.
Look how much smaller those Waddingtons are than all the other cards. Considerably. Look, you can see the
One
margin
last
there.
question. Is there a standard size of card? Because they look smaller than them, and would they
There
not
are.
be allowed?
I think there are several standards, but I think part of the reason the Jerry's Nugget original ones are so preferred is they're quite wide.
Yeah. And you could probably turn the corner up when you're playing poker with them and stuff, you know, like that.
I think they're just manipulable.
Anyway, wave.